But this is the sweet moment of the week. First off, the acknowledgement of the original Wyatt family, and to talk about, we was thinking like, okay, are we gonna get the reveal of all of the characters of the Wyatt Sicks? And I like how they're peeling the onion behind the Wyatt Sicks while at the same time Bo's on television and doing his thing there or chat. Like, it's great. But Erick Rowan, his story needed to be told. His story, to me, honestly, besides Bo, is the most important story to be told out of the foundation of the Wyatt Sicks.
I mean, you brought this up from the beginning when they first there was rumors about who was going to be named and all that kind of stuff, and he was obviously one of the names that was always mentioned because his connection to that family, no pun intended, but I mean, like, just the Wyatt name and all that stuff too, and everything all the way through has been ever present. I mean, you see it in the picture behind us. You obviously know about it if you watch WWE in the early to mid 2010s all the way through to now, or if you watched a little bit then and stopped or whatever it is. But he was in the first Wyatt family, the first incarnation, all the way back down to NXT.
And how about the powerful moment? He was talking about it on the tape. He's like, I lost a brother, and I had to learn how to get back on track, get back going. It took a minute, but I finally got back on track. As soon as I got back on track, I lost another brother. And as even the strongest will break down, and that's what happened.
He even said to you, then who cares about Eric? Who cares about? I'm just Rowan, right? That was his whole line. I'm just Rowan.
Yeah.
Who cares about me? And it's true, and it kind of ties into the whole narrative of the Wyatt Sicks being a group of people that have been kind of outcast. And I think Bo has played the role extremely well. I am a little upset his last name is still Dallas.
I don't know.
People on
changing.
fucking social media are like on my ass. He's not. I'm like, he's literally his brother. You can get away with calling him Bo Wyatt. It's fine. Believe me, a lot of people don't want to fucking see Bo Dallas anymore too. It's why, but I mean, whatever. It's not a bad name. He just there was a wide open, slam dunk right there.
It is.
But also Triple H, he's doing the thing, and I got to give him credit for it too, where he's like rewarding people that remember.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Bo Dallas when he was, in NXT, when he was the Bo Leave guy and all that stuff. And he was still Bo Dallas when he was with The Miz and all that. So it's hard to just automatically just change someone's name unless there was something serious that happened for why he would do it, which, I mean, this does kind of fall in that category, but nevertheless.
Well, remember the Triple H playbook you laid out, and we have established multiple times. If that name were to be changed, there will be a reason on television that they'll explain it.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll get to it.
They might still do it.
And they might still do it. We're not there yet, but we're just learning about the new Bo Dallas.
Interesting, like it's freaky to me how he looks like a little bit slimmer version of Bray.
He almost looks exactly like Bray.
Like even when he walked out,
if you shoot him correctly, like with the camera, he looks exactly like Bray. It's the angles.
It's wild.
It's the angles. Like I want to say it might be the sideburn. I don't know. But it's just the way it looks. And think about this. To go back to Erick Rowan for a second. He's a broken man. Arms reached out. Didn't think anybody would. He was left for dead. And it was, we assume, Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy that reached their hand out and brought him into a new family. But honestly, this right here,
that was great.
I know I know the Shield is thought of in a light, and the Wyatt family around that same time, they bring back vivid memories for those who watched, as you mentioned, who watched WWE at that time, and legacy AEW fans too, who was there for the Brody Lee story.
Yeah.
Until that ends. So if you connect it with his story from that standpoint, ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a dumbass AEW fan, I'm sure you really connected pretty well with it.
Brody Lee was the again.
Yeah, he had a rough go about it too in AEW because that was not, the Dark Order thing was dumb, but he's obviously a great talent.
He did what he could.
And again, I never blame the talent to an extent. unless you're like a Chris Jericho or a John Moxley or one of those guys, well, then you're kind of an idiot. But like one of those, like John Huber, who obviously Brody Lee, whatever, who went there and like kind of was given a spot, like, hey, you're going to be this upper mid card leader of a group now, and you're going to have your own thing, and you're going to get kind of promoted and TNT champion and all that stuff. Like that's not, he's not like one of the upper guys that's making a lot of choices. Then again, we also found out Tony Khan doesn't even do anything unless people just literally do whatever they want, write their own stuff, and then he'll just critique it right before they go out. But I mean, this is what it is with that. But this was great. I mean, you felt it because it was real.